Frank, how pleased are you and important is it that everyone rebounded? I mean, everyone here has 5, 6, 8, 9.
That's what we've harped to our team, Mark. That's, you know, I don't know how this is going to play out as the year goes on. I'm not into making predictions. But the one thing I can tell you is that last year, the one thing that Mike Beasley really, really bailed us out was the way he rebounded the basketball. He grabbed rebounds that were not next to him, 10 feet away from him. And now it's a collective effort. We don't have a guy that can rebound it like Mike. We don't. Now, there's no shame in that. You know, we're not playing one-on-one games. You know, it's a collective effort. And tonight, our guys grew. We did some of the things that we harped about by rebounding the ball in the defensive end.
Coach, coming in, did you see any kinks that maybe needed to be worked out? And in a game setting tonight, were they worked out?
Our ability to run some continuity offense, you know, I knew that would be an issue tonight. I was pleased because Washburn's pretty athletic. You know, we all might sit there and say, well, they're a Division II school. They are, but they put 5 guys on the floor that are as athletic as a lot of Division I teams. So the athleticism didn't bother us. I think ball pressure got us playing too fast offensively sometimes, and we put our head down and fight ball pressure by dribbling. And you don't fight ball pressure by dribbling. That's the last thing you want to do. You fight ball pressure by screening and passing. And we kind of did that some, and we were better at it in the second half. And then we kind of had a lull again, and but it's a bunch of I've spent the whole preseason saying how experienced we are compared to last year, but in real life we're still very young. A bunch of sophomores out there, and even though we're a lot more prepared for this season than what we were last year, at the same time we're still very young. And it's growth is an everyday thing.
How much is rust a factor for Denny, or is this kind of what you expect from him, or did he kind of get a slow start because he hadn't played a year?
I think, I don't know, I guess I talked about that outside, I'm sorry, but no, it's, he's wound up, he's a human being. He took the shots that he makes, those little floaters, if he takes 10 of them, he's going to make 8 or 9 of them. That's his shot. He had a couple silly turnovers because he got the ball into areas of the floor that, against an athletic team, they're going to make you turn it over. But then he got out of that and, got us an offense, pushed the ball, got people shots, I don't know. I think our guards, Jacob and Denny, played pretty well, given the fact that I never called the set other than our motion game. I thought Denny, compared to what Denny wasn't, Denny Clemente didn't guard anybody. This bottle right here would have scored on him when he was in high school. Okay, we would have checked this bottle and then that bottle would have gotten in the box score. Okay, and at the University of Miami, that was his downfall. I shouldn't say downfall, but that was his weakness. He didn't guard. And to his credit, he's trying. He's trying, and he's he's gotten a heck of a lot better at it. And like I tell him and Jake, they had 2 big wings. They had 2 6'5" guard, 6'5" guard and a 6'3" guard. Well, that strength and height didn't bother us at the guard position because we did a pretty darn good job of pressuring the basketball. So we forced their guards to play further away from the basket. Denny's going to be fine. I'm telling you, I watch our guys practice all the time, and our guard play is pretty darn good. Whether they're going to make mistakes or miss shots and all that, they probably will. But for the most part, I'm pretty comfortable with what we've got there. And defensive rebounding, as you guys have known from listening to me speak here for the past month, is going to be our deal. If we do that, we got a chance to win. We don't, we're in trouble.
What do you look to get out of these exhibition games? Are you now ready to kind of start real regular season play?
Well, and obviously I can't speak about the scrimmage, but that gives you the opportunity to go up against a team that has schemes, different uniforms, which breaks the monotony, of your practices, and you get to do it with officials on the basketball court. And then the next phase is do it again when they're actually keeping score and there's people in the stands, which, by the way, there must have been some huge event that our students couldn't come to the game today. Maybe it's midterms or finals or something. I don't know where they were at, but, you know, they can't study that hard, I don't think. But, you know, but we got to play in front of fans, you know, which, if you've done it before, you understand that first time out when there's people in the stands, and it's a little different. You know, you get your juices flowing a little bit more, and, you know, and as the game went on, we relaxed a little bit. You know, we were able to get some good things, but now, like I told them here after the game, I said, you know, from now on, every time we line up and play, we're auditioning now. It's just like, you know, you rehearse and practice. Now we're going to have 30-something opportunities to go on stage on Broadway. And every time you go on stage, you're rehearsing for that paycheck. And that paycheck is that NCAA tournament bid. And if you line up and don't lay it on the line, then you're allowing somebody that's watching that game that has a say in the matter to judge your team by that 1 or 2 times that they saw your game. And, you know, and it's our jobs to go out there and perform. You know, I tell our guys all the time, something I've been saying for a long time, there's 365 days in a year. Yeah, you got to come in and practice every day, you got to go to class, you got to lift weights, all that stuff. But you play 32, 33 games, 35, if you're lucky, before the NCAA tournament. Well, if you can't commit yourself for 35 days out of 365 to lay it on the line for your basketball team, then that doesn't make you much of a person, you know, and it shouldn't give us the right to compete as a team, you know. So for a tenth of the year, we're asking our guys to lay it on the line for each other, and I think that's pretty easy, you know. And that's something that we talk about.
Frank, what is your message to students and overall fans? I mean, a year ago, this building was full for this game.
You got to ask them. We're going to coach, we're going to play, we're going to win. You got to ask them why they didn't come. I don't know. And seriously, maybe there was a big midterm or, you know, bowling match or something.
Thank you, guys.